What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the future of the MCU. So in the last 24 hours, there's been some pretty wild, insane rumors of a movie being filmed in UK, which is untitled. But in the last 24 hours, people are trying to say it's actually the Hulk versus Wolverine movie. And the way they're going to get around it is going to be it's really an Avengers versus X-Men movie, because it's unclear if they actually have the rights to use Hulk in a capacity of a full movie. So if they were to do it in the sense of an Avengers versus X-Men movie, then hypothetically, in theory, there would be no problem. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? What's you here? If you are new around here, what the freaking hell are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel, DC, Kaiju, monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below, how freaking excited are you for the future of the MCU? Also, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into this. So why this is interesting is because we have Avengers 5 and we have Avengers 6. And there are movies in between this, though it's not actually really confirmed what these movies are. One of them's supposed to be Spider-Man 4, but we don't know if that's confirmed. And the other one's supposed to be Doctor Strange 3. Okay, so this report comes out via Danielle RPK, the Anon-bot account, which why I say that is you don't know who's behind the account. So it's an Anon account. It could be literally anyone. But why this is having a lot of precedence is because there's a lot of movies that we don't know when they're coming out. For instance, Doctor Strange 3. For instance, Spider-Man 4. Yes, sure, there is information out there, but we don't actually know 100% what it is. So when this came out yesterday, somewhat credible scoopers started to reply with the Hulk versus Wolverine animated kind of thing. And like I said in the prologue, the only way they could realistically pull this off would be if it was an Avengers versus X-Men movie, because I'm pretty sure Universal still have 100% right to the Hulk, and they couldn't do a Hulk standalone movie. Now, if they are going to do this, they're essentially going to try and cash in a Deadpool kind of Wolverine scenario, but flip it on its head. But if it's going into production next year, it says full 2025. Most movies generally have 1 year in post-production. So this means that this movie could literally slide in between Avengers 5 and Avengers 6. And don't get me wrong, I would love to have this Hulk versus Wolverine movie. But the only problem with this, lads, this has been rumored since Avengers Endgame back in 2019. So in the last 24 hours, you've probably seen things like Wolverine versus Hulk is officially in development. It's unclear if Hugh Jackman and Mark Ruffalo will reprise their roles. Via, doesn't matter who it's via, but everyone's spouting the same thing. Wolverine versus Hulk is officially in development, but this has been the case for a long time. Marvel Studios is reportedly developing a Hulk versus Wolverine movie after the conclusion of the multiverse saga. Although after speaking to some people, it sounds like this movie could, maybe, I'm not saying it is, sounds like this movie could actually be Hulk versus Wolverine, which, yes, everybody wants. Like I said, there's been chatter for so many years. So this is an article going on about when all the information came out. For what it's worth, Hugh Jackman is rooting for the team up since 2014. There's no doubt he'll get a fight with Hulk at some point, the actor said at the time. Those two rage-filled characters are going to square off at some point. It would be quite fun. I don't know how much fun to shoot it would be, because I'm sure it'd be the worst end of it, but hey, I can heal. So they kind of somewhat, okay, not really, they kind of somewhat teased the Hulk appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine. We had Deadpool face off with Hulk, and Wolverine was somewhat nearby. So we've kind of had this face off. But realistically, in the next 24 hours to 3 days, you're going to see a lot of people saying, yeah, this is going ahead, because actually an obvious move to make. After Deadpool and Wolverine banged over $1 billion at the box office, it should have done a lot better. It is the obvious move to make, but the only problem, lads, we have here, regardless to what anyone tells you, the rights are still at Universal. Everyone keeps saying Marvel has the rights back. If Marvel had the rights back, do you not think Marvel would have already done this movie a freaking long time ago? Like, just think about it. It literally makes no sense why Marvel haven't made a Hulk movie. We've had the She-Hulk stuff, and there are so many rumors out there of which variation of Hulk we're going to get, even dating back to Maestro Hulk, which I've spoken about Maestro Hulk multiple times before on this channel. Even Alex Perez has chimed in recently on the CosmicCircus.com with one of his articles when he was asked about the Hulk. Because the Hulk will play a pinnacle part. The Hulk is allowed to appear in any team-up movie. As far as we know, he's just not allowed to appear in his own movie. So Alex Perez said this recently when asked a question. I still haven't been able to collaborate the rumor just yet. Waiting to hear back, but the rumor involved Maestro Hulk appearing soon. Then another question was asked, what is the next version of Hulk stroke Bruce Banner after Smart Hulk? Likely to shed some light. Savagery Hulk, Joe, Fix-It, Green, Secure Hulk, etc. Maestro. So Alex Perez is trying to hint that there is a Maestro Hulk going to appear soon. Because everyone keeps saying there's this massive World War Hulk movie. I mean, it'll make sense if there's a Wolverine versus Hulk movie. And you sell it like it's an X-Men versus Avengers movie, which everyone's expecting to happen by the end of the Mutant Saga. And Kevin Feige did say we're going to see some X-Men appear very, very soon, sooner than you actually think. So maybe Marvel's cooking. I'm sure if Marvel actually 100% had the actual rights, this movie would have been made a long time ago. And now it seems that Hugh Jackman is basically on board to some capacity. He's most likely going to appear in Doomsday and maybe Secret Wars. This could be true. And speaking to some people are saying this is somewhat true. They're not saying it's outright confirmed. That's just a title thing, sorry. But it is interesting that more and more people are talking about this now. And then obviously you're getting some other scoopers saying, nah, Wolverine Hulk, nah, can't happen. And I understand why people say it can't happen. Because there's few people, when it comes to reporting information on Twitter, who will actually be able to give you evidence and actual receipts that Hulk is still owned by Universal and the Hulk can only be used in team-up movies. So if it was Hulk versus Wolverine, it technically could be classed as an Avengers versus Mutant movie in some capacity. Like I say, I would love to see this. I just don't know if this is going to be the case. If it isn't Hulk versus Wolverine, the secret movie that's shooting next year, Doctor Strange 3 hasn't been confirmed yet. It could just be that. Could be literally anything. Could be an Avengers versus X-Men movie, and this just could be a one-off fight in that movie. That would make a lot of sense. People love the mutants, but we don't know. So like always, guys, let me know. What do you actually think? What do you actually want? And I'm sure more details are going to come out from scoopers. I say scoopers lightly, loosely, over the next few days. But remember, unless someone can show you that they actually have the rights to the Hulk, they can't use him as a main character in a standalone movie in a connected universe. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuJ. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.